Hi, this is Frank Rodriguez Villela, and I just want to talk a little bit more about the soprano so you know how basically I'm applying it and playing it and using it. One of the key things about this instrument is the fact that I'm able to hold it like a regular guitar. What makes that happen is this sort of cool strap that I sort of designed. This is basically a little hook that goes inside the actual sound hole, wraps around, and then I have a strap button right in the back of the actual neck. This is the only place to really put a strap button. This particular instrument is very fragile and you really can't drill in too many places. So it's basically a strap button on the back, and then it has the actual hook. And the hook looks like this. It can almost be placed into any mouth of any particular instrument. So the hook is something that once you put it in there, you sort of squeeze it and you play it, and you actually just put it inside and it locks it in. The actual weight of the instrument is what keeps it keeps it sturdy and anchored down. Okay, and so the whole purpose of having the strap and having put together the strap is so when I play it, I use a regular guitar technique using where I'm hitting the strings, but using my wrist and able to sort of like anchor. When I anchor it or I support, it's in the back. It's sort of the back part of the back bow of the guitar. So it rests there, and then I loop, and then I just basically bring the arm down. That's sort of a positioning that classical players do. So when you see a classical player, they sort of always have that little bit of a curve, and the only way to really create it is for the instrument to be at this level and this height, and the strap again helps it for that. If you play more with a pick, then you can still utilize it. You know, I know there's a lot of people that have different techniques, but I still use that same where I anchor here in the back, and then when I play, I sort of use not much different than when I sort of position my hand for classical or fingerstyle playing. So I'm using the pick. When I actually play, I am using weight, and I'm using weight of the hand, and then I tend to alternate a lot. On this instrument, I like to do the sort of the down up. If I want it really loud, then something I do go sort of use the down strokes, but I like using the pick. Whenever you see people that play, play mandolin, you see where they go, where they alternate. Again, the position of the hand, the strap helps you to create all that. There's different picks you can use. Sometimes people will use little thumb picks, which are really cool. And they all have sort of different points. I like the smaller point for something like this, so I can. So it's sort of cool. It has that really sort of banjo sound. Sort of a cool little sound again. Just having it balanced well creates your hands to work easily and not have to be too forced. But it's definitely a nice way, a nice approach to playing this instrument. Almost like playing any standard small guitar. So you gotta use what you feel is comfortable. You know, it can be I would say nothing thinner than a medium pick, like 0.78, 0.75. That's what I use. I use sort of medium type picks, and then or I use my fingers and use the picking for that. I use the picking technique, or like PIMA, P-I-M-A. You know, P for thumb, I for index, M for middle, and then A for the ring finger. So whichever works best for you. There's no wrong way to do it, and so it's just it's always you gotta get a little comfortable with it. It's a smaller scale instrument, so but it has I see this instrument as an extension. So the extension, when I mean that, it's it's an octave higher, and it's easier to get younger players or even older players to be playing in a position where it's nice and comfortable and you don't have to really struggle too much. So the extension to me means going to that octave higher. So again, this is sort of like this is open. It's like the 12th fret, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. It sort of puts you in a really nice range right away. Okay, so hopefully that makes sense. Again, the strap is it's a nice thing to have, and it's I'm gonna play a little song since it is around that time for a little cheer, right? So let's hear this. Let me see if this works for me. Thank you so much for listening, and you can check out my website and check out Tim Pierce did a nice video last year, and he shows his different styles on it using the soprano. So that's a nice video to check out on Tim's YouTube channel. So want a little shout out to Tim. Thank you for everything, and we'll keep in touch. I'll be posting more things every week for a long time. So hope that you get a chance to listen. Thank you.